Aber noch geheimnisvoller klingt das Projekt HAARP. HAARP ist eine Messstation, die in den eisigen Einöden Alaskas liegt und offiziell soll mit ihr die obere Atmosphäre erforscht werden. Doch derartigen Erklärungen schenken Umweltschützer und Verschwörungsfreaks gleichermaßen keinerlei Glauben. Sie vermuten hinter HAARP etwas ganz anderes.
Im Norden von Alaska, in der Nähe des kleinen Städtchens Gakona, befindet sich das rätselhafte Areal mit dem Namen HAARP. High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. 180 Antennen, jeweils 24 Meter hoch, senden Radiowellen in die Ionosphäre. Einer dieser Wissenschaftler, die sich mit der Ionosphäre befassen, ist der Plasmaphysiker Bernard Eastlund. Er entwickelte zahlreiche Patente für HAARP. Eines davon mit dem Ziel, das Wetter zu manipulieren.
Das Wetter zu erforschen ist für einen seriösen Wissenschaftler okay, aber das Wetter verändern zu wollen, ist ein bisschen gefährlich, weil man sich damit der Lächerlichkeit preisgeben könnte. Das hatte ich natürlich im Hinterkopf, als ich das Patent entwarf. Aber ich hielt das Ganze für eine Chance, um das Wetter besser erforschen zu können. Vielleicht könnte es zukünftig einmal wichtig für die Menschheit sein, das Wetter verändern zu können.
Mit HAARP verfügen die Amerikaner also möglicherweise über die Technologie, das Wetter zu beeinflussen. Doch niemand weiß, ob sie tatsächlich angewandt wird. Kritische Wissenschaftler und Verschwörungstheoretiker sehen jedoch einen klaren Zusammenhang zwischen den Naturkatastrophen der letzten Jahre und den HAARP-Antennen. Die HAARP-Anlage in Alaska liegt in der Nähe des Nordpols. Und genau dort verlaufen die Magnetfeldlinien besonders dicht. Die Vermutung ist, dass das Magnetfeld sensibel auf Einflüsse reagieren könnte. Das Szenario: aufgrund der massiven Strahlung der Antennen verschieben sich die magnetischen Pole. Einige Wissenschaftler befürchten verheerende Konsequenzen. Die Natur könnte komplett verrückt spielen. Katastrophen wie Vulkanausbrüche, Erdrutsche und Erdbeben würden massiv zunehmen.
Let's just bring in these latest pictures for you that just give you a sense of this whirlpool that's been created there. I don't know if we can bring in Humphrey on this one. Is that usual? That because we've seen a wave moving forwards essentially, but that very much a spinning whirlpool-like motion.
Yes, I mean, without knowing the details of that, it's obviously hit something or some other force of current that has created it. And again, what we're seeing time and again with these pictures is the sheer force of how what looks like a placid Pacific Ocean, almost out of a tourist brochure, going along, and that is incredible force. Then it hits the land, and it goes from seawater to sludge, and we saw it in the earlier pictures there, picking up houses, picking up trucks, picking up ships, and simply flinging them around as if they were toys. And here I think what you've got is some dreadful whirlpool that is a vortex that's sucking everything that it meets into itself. But what we're seeing here, these are the pictures that we didn't see in 2004, 2005. These are the pictures that in Indonesia, the Philippines, the tiny island of Tuvalu in the middle of the Pacific that is threatened anyway through global warming. And now the Red Cross is warning that the waves of this tsunami, as it goes over that island, could be higher than the island itself.
The white tsunami waves moving extremely rapidly upstream. You're seeing live coverage of a tsunami moving upstream in Miyagi Prefecture in Sendai City from the Pacific Ocean, engulfing a large part of the area. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center has issued a tsunami warning not just for this area, but for Russia, Marcus Island, the Northern Marianas, Guam, Wake Island, and Taiwan. For those of you near the coast or living in the coastal areas, please do move to obviously cars, trucks. You can see some of the tsunami, and it looks like some fire breaking out in the Sendai area after the tsunami has hit. Major earthquake that was revised to magnitude 8.4. One of the largest earthquakes ever to hit Japan. A major earthquake hit Japan on Friday afternoon. Japan's meteorological agency says the quake measured magnitude 8.4. The agency has issued a tsunami warning for Japan's Pacific coast. But as you can see, live coverage of Miyagi Prefecture in northern Japan, the Sendai area. The tsunami has already engulfed some cities, fires breaking out due to the earthquake. In northeastern Japan's Iwate Prefecture, tsunami waves of over 4 meters were observed soon after the quake. The agency is warning that tsunami could reach between 6 and 10 meters. Tsunamis come in several waves. For those of you who are listening to this program, if you're along the coast, please do stay away and move to higher ground immediately. You're seeing live coverage of Miyagi Prefecture in the Sendai area. Japan's meteorological agency revised the magnitude of the quake to 8.4 from 7.9, one of the worst earthquakes ever in Japanese history. It's a 7 on the Japanese seismic scale of 0 to 7. That is the same size earthquake as the one that hit the Great Hanshin area back in 1995. Fires breaking out, as you can see, live coverage in the Sendai area, Miyagi Prefecture, north of Japan. For those of you who have just tuned in to NHK World, a major earthquake hit Japan Friday afternoon about an hour and 10 minutes ago. Japan's meteorological agency says the quake measured magnitude 8.4. It has revised it upwards to 8.4. The agency has issued a tsunami warning for Japan's Pacific coast. In northeastern Japan's Iwate Prefecture, tsunami waves of over 4 meters were observed soon after the quake. The agency is warning that the tsunami could reach between 6 and 10 meters. We're getting reports of several buildings on fire. We do not know in regards to the exact amount of damage at this time, but we are soon to get a report from Japan's meteorological agency. They're setting up to find out the extent of the damage. All transportation systems in Tokyo as well as northern Japan has been stopped. Airports closed in Tokyo, Haneda, as well as Narita Airport. A great earthquake has hit Japan. Magnitude 8.4 in northern Japan. Agency has been warning a tsunami ever since the quake, and tsunami has hit the Miyagi Sendai area as our live helicopter camera crew are up covering and showing you exactly what is going on at this time. Homes. We do not know the extent of damage or the number of casualties at this time. Obviously, the situation is extremely fluid, things changing on a minute-by-minute basis. Obviously some fire in Chiba Prefecture of an oil refinery in Ichihara area. This is live coverage of an oil refinery where not just black smoke, but you can see an inferno, fire breaking out on an oil refinery in Chiba Prefecture north of Tokyo.